Good morning and welcome into the Morning Blend Extra. Today is February 21st. Of course, it is Friday and I'm DJ Baker. Hey, coming up on today's show, we have skiing competitions, fur coats, and a new exhibit on Rockford's history. But first, of course, let's take a look at the weather. When it comes to today, still going to be a bit on the cold side, having some wind chills where there are winds near -5 to -10 degrees here earlier on this morning. But by the afternoon, I think we'll top out into the middle and upper 20s. So definitely going to be feeling a lot warmer than what we have been this past week with mostly sunny skies. Heading overnight tonight, mainly clear skies will allow temperatures to drop down to a low of 7 degrees. But temperatures will rebound relatively nicely on our Saturday up to a high of 32. Now, heading into the weekend, looky here, Sunday, a high of 39 degrees as we'll have a fair mix of sunshine and clouds, leaning more towards the cloudy side than the sunny side. And as you head into Monday, up to a high of 46 degrees with a slight rain chance overnight Monday into Tuesday morning. Now, heading on into Tuesday, a high of 47 and 48 for us Wednesday, with that's our best chance to see any sort of rain. But again, with temperatures at 48 degrees and a low above freezing, the vast majority of that should come in just rainfall. So, hey, that's a lot nicer than the winter weather we've been experiencing. And then Thursday, mild for us here once again, up to a high of 41 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. Let's take a quick look outside at the beautifully blue skies, our primetime audio video East State Street cam. And I think someone needs to go up there and just wipe that camera because a little bit of mud on it. So not the greatest picture outside. But hey, you know what? Those blue skies, I will gladly take. Well, Deborah Luke isn't your average grandmother. The 76-year-old likes to fix things. And that's what she's doing with her 17-year-old grandson. Together, they are rebuilding a 1987 Firebird. Reporter Samantha Reed has the story.
For 17-year-old Connor Hedrick and his grandmother, Deborah Luke, what's parked outside of his Easton, Massachusetts home has been a true labor of love.
He does the latching.
I've always been interested in cars.
Nearly 2 years ago, with his driver's license in clear view, Connor's mom purchased a 1987 Firebird off Facebook Marketplace that needed a lot of work to get it running.
The motor was done in it.
And it just so happened that his 76-year-old grandmother, yes, you heard that right,
That's a 14.
was the perfect partner for the project.
Whenever she needs to fix something with like a lawnmower or something, she just fixed it herself. She doesn't like to spend money on like going and getting someone to help her out. She'll just figure it out.
That has always been the case for Mrs. Fix-It. In fact, years ago, the duo built a go-kart.
Of course, now he's getting older. He wants a car.
So when the opportunity presented itself, Deborah rolled up her sleeves alongside him,
We started just tearing apart the car, rebuilding it.
spending many months disassembling it
That was the most fun, right, Connor?
after school and on weekends.
I'd pretty much show up at her house and be like, all right, we're going to do this today.
Not knowing what to expect, his grandmother gave him great guidance and countless hours of her time.
You know, that's the other old battery.
When we first started working on it, in her backyard, it was like mud all over the place, and she's somehow crawling up under the car, helping me out. It's crazy.
And then this past summer, it all paid off.
We didn't expect it to happen, but it did, and it was great.
The best reward ever, getting to just fly around in that.
This fall, though, something went wrong. But ever since, the pair have been back at it working and don't plan to give up on the goal.
I'm proud of that. I'm surprised that we got this thing going at all.
Okay, you want to turn it over?
Sure, having a really cool car has been great for Connor, but building this and a better bond with his grandmother has been a driving force for happiness.
It definitely brings us closer. When I was younger, I was just like, yep, that's my grandma, you know. But now I'm like, wow.
And for Deborah, the time spent with her grandson is all the payment she'll ever need.
This is the icing on the cake for all of the things that I've ever done in my life. I've put my own engines in cars when I was younger, but doing it with my grandson makes it even better.
Oh, what a lovely story, and hopefully they can get that Firebird up and running. Skiers hit the grooves in Hayward, Wisconsin on Wednesday ahead of the 51st annual American Birkebeiner race. Over 1,000 people of all ages took part in the 30-mile open race from Cable to Hayward, Wisconsin. It's a practice round that lets the skiers get a sneak peek before the real thing, which kicks off tomorrow morning. Race coordinators say the event is able to take place thanks to some of the recent snowfalls earlier on this month.
Earlier in February, it was still very much up in the air and in question of whether we were going to be able to finish and make the full route from Cable to Hayward and finish on our Hayward Main Street. That's been helped by a couple of different snowfalls here in the last couple of weeks that really did save the day.
Well, coming up, a new exhibit features a historic Army facility just on the southern outskirts of Rockford. We'll have that next.
Every day, the colors of life, the choices we make, are blurry. Rising prices, our safety, and our future. At WIFR, we bring them into focus. We cover all sides so you can decide. Breaking news so you stay informed. And first alerts so you can plan ahead. When life gets blurry, focus on WIFR, putting you first.
From the future. From the hard-hitting action of your Rockford Ice Hawks.
Shot on net. Slaggert scores! Takes it down to the goal line. Draped it across. They score! It's Joey Anderson with a hat trick.
Local baseball action with your Beloit Skycar.
He's hit the wall, and that ball is gone!
To watching the best high school teams across Illinois battle in IHSA football and basketball championships. Exciting college basketball from the MVC. To the now of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Score! Here's Bernard with a shot. Scores! What a goal!
The Chicago Bulls.
Drives it all the way. Dunk it, Kobe White. Get up or get out the way.
And the Chicago White Sox. The hottest sports action can be seen on the channels of WSLN, the state line's home for sports.
There's some winter weather advisories.
Winter is here, and so is WIFR First Alert Weather, tracking it all. And when conditions change, you'll know first. WIFR First Alert Weather, putting you first all winter long. Growing your business takes a partner you know and trust. Our digital marketing experts know how to reach your customers. At Gray Digital Media, we can help because we know local. Let's connect today. GDMRockford.com.
Thanks for sticking with us. Camp Grant was a training ground for hundreds of thousands of U.S. soldiers during World War I and II. Now Midway Village Museum in Rockford plans to open the door to their newest exhibit on Camp Grant to the public. Aaron Wilson was there to figure out more.
Oh, always love a visit to Midway Village Museum, and our good friend Luke with us here. Every time I come, I learn so much about the greater Rockford area. In fact, at one time, I was going to be on the board of directors here. Didn't happen.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
I ended up over at Clem instead.
Well, they're lucky to have you.
Well, good to be here today, and great to see another new exhibit that you've got lined up as we blast back to the past and something that really put Rockford on the map. Camp Grant.
Absolutely, absolutely. We're very proud of our new permanent exhibit here at the Museum Center. It's You're in the Army Now, Camp Grant, Rockford's Legacy is the name of the exhibit. We have a free open house coming up this weekend, so it'll be a great time to come out and learn a little bit about Rockford's history, what was at the airport before the airport, some patriotic Rockford history. A lot to see here.
Yeah, both Saturday and Sunday, free open house. You can check it out. And you say, what was the airport before it was the airport?
Yeah, exactly.
If you drive down to where Kishwaukee dead ends, you'll see two limestone pillars, which was essentially one of the main entrances to Camp Grant that we're talking about.
You got
When did Camp Grant come to be?
Wow, it happened really quickly. In May of 1917, the War Department, knowing that the U.S. was about to get involved in World War I, they decided that the U.S. needed 16 new infantry bases and that one was going to be situated in Illinois. So the John Camlin, the head of the Rockford Chamber of Commerce, and the mayor, Robert Rue at the time, they organized a whole lobbying committee. And within a few weeks, they were able to get Rockford selected as the location at Camp Grant. And so construction started in June. It's amazing how quick this happened. And by September, they had 1,100 buildings built and 41,000 troops were on site learning infantry skills.
Wow, that's just incredible to think about. And then over Camp Grant's time, how many troops actually went through that camp and stayed right here in Rockford?
Yeah, exactly. It was
For World War I and World War II.
Exactly. Well, yeah, after World War I, it was turned over to Illinois National Guard and then the Civilian Conservation Corps, and they did some improvements to the land, and then it was expanded and rebuilt. And for World War II in 1940, they reopened Camp Grant, and over 330,000 soldiers passed through. For the first few years, it was a training base. It was a sort of recruitment center where you'd show up for a few weeks. They'd test you. They'd check out your health. You do some basic training, get your uniform, and get tested and sent to do different jobs in the Army. But then, as the war drug on a little bit longer, there was a place where medics were trained and prisoners of war were housed here as well at Camp Grant. So it was, it's hard to imagine that at any given time in World War II, there were over 50,000 troops just south of Rockford.
We were talking about how Camp Grant was at the airport, but that property then, part of Camp Grant, would go all the way then to Atwood Park today.
Yes,
that, of course, is in New Milford, right on the Kishwaukee River. And I used to teach out there at Atwood Outdoor Education Center, and also used to be the camp director at Camp Lone Oak. We would take students down into those bunkers where they would practice infantry.
Yep, exactly. There's a lot of history that's still there. It's amazing. You can find spent shell casings down there, and it's neat to know.
A whole jar full of them.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm sure there's plenty left.
Oh yeah.
To tell the story about how this camp impacted Rockford. At first, it was a huge boon to the Rockford economy. The camp was 5,500 acres. They ended up spending in 1917 money over $8.5 million to build this. Amazing the carpenters and the laborers unions that it really softened the depression when it came through.
19,600,000 feet of lumber used. You say carpenters. Exactly. I see it right over your shoulder over there.
There you go. You got it. You got it. It helped Rockford grow at a time when Rockford was adjusting from the furniture industry into the machine tool industry, and it just was a foundational part of our history that needs to be told. It was all of the artifacts that were at the Command Post Restaurant and Museum, which closed a few years ago. We were able to acquire those and bring the story to Rockford's History Museum here at Midway Village, where the public can come see it. And we're really glad. We're thankful to the Bergstrom Corporation for being the major donor to this exhibit. Great people. They've really supported us for this, and we were able to turn this exhibit around in a pretty short time to get it ready for the public.
Well, we're hoping a lot of folks will check it out. Again, coming up this weekend, you've got 2 days to stop in, visit for free, and get a good look at this. It's just incredible to take a walk around here and how much history you've got locked right here at Midway. Luke, thank you.
Thank you.
Always good to see you.
You too.
Yes.
Gotta say, as much as I love science, history, that's up there too, so I definitely expect to be checking that out. Midway Village Museum's newest exhibit, You're in the Army Now, Camp Grant. Rockford's Legacy has its grand opening tomorrow. There is an open house from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and on Sunday from noon to 4. Admission is free to the public. For more information, visit midwayvillage.com. Coming up next, if you're looking to buy a high-quality fur coat or accessories, this might be your best chance. We'll discuss coming up next.
Every day, the colors of life, the choices we make, are blurry. Rising prices, our safety, and our future. At WIFR, we bring them into focus. We cover all sides so you can decide. Breaking news so you stay informed. And first alerts so you can plan ahead. When life gets blurry, focus on WIFR, putting you first.
From the future, from the hard-hitting action of your Rockford Ice Hogs.
Shot on net, Slaggert scores! Sit down to the goal line, draped it across, they score! It's Joey Anderson with a hat trick!
Local baseball action with your Beloit Sky Carp.
He's at the wall, and that ball is gone!
To watching the best high school teams across Illinois battle in IHSA football and basketball championships. Exciting college basketball from the MVC. To the now of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Score! Here's Bernard with a shot. Scores! What a goal!
The Chicago Bulls.
Drives in all the way. Dunk it, Kobe White. Get up or get out the way.
And the Chicago White Sox. The hottest sports action can be seen on the channels of WSLN, the state line's home for sports.
There's some winter weather advisories.
Winter is here, and so is WIFR First Alert Weather, tracking it all. And when conditions change, you'll know first. WIFR First Alert Weather, putting you first all winter long. Growing your business takes a partner you know and trust. Our digital marketing experts know how to reach your customers. At Gray Digital Media, we can help because we know local. Let's connect today. GDMRockford.com.
Welcome back into the Morning Blend Extra. While it has been frigid here across the state line, fur coats can provide a lot of comfort. But if you're looking to get your hands on a high-quality fur coat, you may want to act fast, as Fur Company in Rockford is closing its doors for good at the end of the month. We'll check back in with Aaron Wilson, who was there earlier, to talk with the owners.
Well, hello and welcome to the Fur Company here at Edgebrook. Got our good friends Chris, Tony with us. Hello, gentlemen.
Good morning.
How are
Good morning.
you?
Good morning. Good morning.
Final push. I heard about this a few months back that you were going to be doing the big retirement.
Yes.
And here we are. We've got just about a week left for folks to get in here and shop around. You have some incredible merchandise here. How many years, first and foremost, has this been going on?
Well, I've been in the fur/clothing business for 47 years.
Wow.
And then Fur Company for 38 years.
38 years.
38 years.
And again, you can shop around for the furs right here in our own backyard in Rockford. So 38 years of doing this, and it all comes to an end here in just a week's time. Really want folks to get in here and shop around. There is so much to offer, correct, Tony?
Yes, so much to offer. Different types of furs: mink, fox, rabbit, sable. I mean, whatever you want.
And it's jackets, vests, like
Jackets,
I have,
vests,
some leather that
scarves.
goes along with it too.
Yes, some leather jackets, Shirley.
Quite an impressive
Yes.
inventory. And you've already had a lot of folks in here shopping around. What are some of the pluses to having fur? I mean, I'm looking at temperatures again this morning here that have brought us down below zero. This really keeps you warm.
Yeah, we haven't had a good cold winter for years. And this year has just been over the top cold. So, and, I mean, with fur, there's nothing warmer than fur coat. So you put it on, keeps you all warm. The only thing that's cold is your face and feet.
And you mentioned the different types of fur. Are there specific furs that will keep you warmer than others?
Well, beaver is the warmest fur.
Okay.
But all furs keep you warm. But the weight of a beaver, because it's so heavy, it'll keep you warmer than, say, a rabbit.
Okay. All right. Excellent. And again, here is the final days to get in and make sure you get that shopping done, because everything must go.
Everything must go.
Excellent.
We're closing down.
Customer service has always been key with you too. I mean, just getting in here and having the experience to shop around with both of you, it's a lot of fun. And you really have a mission accomplished too once you achieve that goal of finding just the right fur that you want, correct?
Correct. Over that 38 years, we've gotten a lot of friends out of it. Yeah. A lot of friendships that keep coming back. When we announced it last year that we were retiring, the phone was ringing off the hook. People were running in, coming to say us, and then do the repairs because they hadn't worn their coats for a while.
You will be missed. What are some of the hot items that folks come in and immediately they say, that's what I want?
Well, I guess the number one selling piece right now is sheared mink.
Okay.
So a piece like this. You know, this is a sheared meat. This is our number one seller. We do it in all different trims: mink, sable, chinchilla, but it's reversible to poplin.
Huh.
So you can, wear it casual. Nobody wears a fur coat for dress anymore. It's all just for all the time warmth. And the lighter, something like this, when it's not 40 below, wind chill, 30 below, whatever, they can wear this when it's 30 degrees above zero.
Excellent.
So something like that.
And it really does make a fashion statement. And that's something that's been great for you all these years, is you get an opportunity to really dress people up.
Yes.
That's got to be fun for you.
Oh, it's fun. Totally fun.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's gratifying.
That's an experience that they have. We teach them, they know what they're buying, and then they get to go home.
And that's it, the education, again, back to that customer service. And you both will be missed in this business here sorely. But again, when it comes down to getting in here and shopping around, should you be intimidated? Maybe you're watching right now and you've always wanted to have a fur. I keep saying now's the time to make that happen. Don't be intimidated. Get in here, look around, and once you put it on, it could really be something that sticks with you for life, correct?
Absolutely. You pass it down to generation.
Yes.
People that have had their grandmother's coats, we also, what we do is turn them into throws and pillows. You know, if it doesn't fit them, we remodel it to fit the hand-me-down to somebody. So it keeps going on for years.
You know, we talked about the vests, the jackets, by the way, looking sharp, Tony. Accessories too. You've got all that here as well.
Absolutely. We have collars. On this side, we have headbands, scarves, backpacks. Yeah.
Well, congratulations to both of you. Again, no small feat to do this for almost 4 decades. You a little bit longer here. Again, the inventory is shrinking by the day, and we're really getting down to those final days to make this happen. Hours of operation as we get into these final days?
Right now, we're 11 to 4.
Okay.
We stay longer.
If we have to,
11
yes.
to, whatever, 5, 6 by the time we're out of here. But yeah.
Excellent.
Just you can always call, we can always make appointments, whatever works for.
So into the final days of the sale here, but I would imagine with all the customers you've accumulated over the years,
Yes.
big thanks goes out to them.
Rockford, I'm dedicated to you for having the 38 years of meeting everybody and working here and enjoying, and I just want to thank Rockford.
It's been a joy.
Excellent. Well, Chris, Tony, thank you both. It's been a great time here. And folks, get in for the experience. Fur Company here at Edgebrook.
And another congratulations for almost 4 decades of your work. Fur Company is located at 1603 North Alpine Road, Suite 117 in Rockford. Their phone number, 815-397-7778. furcompanyrockford@gmail.com is also their email. Well, those fur coats might make you sweat as they are on the warmer side, but maybe this new action movie might make you sweat as well, as a window cleaner must save a group of hostages in this new action thriller.
From the future, from the hard-hitting action of your Rockford Ice
Shot
Hawks,
on net. Slaggert scores! It down to the goal line, draped it across, they score! It's Joey Anderson with a hat trick!
local baseball action with your Beloit Sky Car,
He's at the wall, and that ball is gone!
to watching the best high school teams across Illinois battle in IHSA football and basketball championships. Exciting college basketball from the MVC. To the now of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Score! Here's Bernard with a shot. Scores! What a goal!
The Chicago Bulls.
Drives it all the way. Dunk it, Kobe White. Get up or get out the way.
And the Chicago White Sox. The hottest sports action can be seen on the channels of WSLN, the State Line's home for sports.
Welcome back into the Morning Blend Extra. Heroes can come from the unlikeliest of places in life and on the big screen. David Daniel looks at an example of the latter in theaters this weekend.
Daisy Ridley has a high-stress job very high up in cleaner.
Joey, you were late again, so you still owe me an hour. Get in.
I love her. I think she is a very relatable woman in my world. Running late, having a panic, various things are happening. Oh my God, how am I going to get everything done?
And that's before terrorists take over an ultra-high-profile gathering at her skyscraper.
999, what's your emergency?
Are you kidding me?
Head bad guys Clive Owen and Taz Schuyler think they've thought of everything.
Great to have you on board. Any attempt to gain access, the whole building explodes.
But even 1,000 feet up, Joey's particular set of skills allow her to get inside, rescue her brother who has autism.
Okay, Joey, get a grip. Your brother needs you. She is not the best sister and she has messed up, but she's trying to make it right.
and take out the bad guys. Ridley says she enjoyed the fight training.
So focused on the intimacy of a fight and the intimacy of being very close physically to someone, and honestly using your surroundings.
Put it down. Everyone's got a personal, Joey. If you touch him, I will end you.
I think he is relishing the opportunity to do something that he will only ever get to do once.
I was never there for you. This time I'm not going to let you down.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Well, that wraps up the Morning Blend Extra for today. Go outside and enjoy the warmth that we have in the coming days, or at least today while it's cold. Hey, we have plenty